All right, so this is your study style. So trying to figure out what study style you are, and there are two main branches. Trying to figure that out can be very useful when trying to create a plan for studying. The two main branches are active and passive, where active is a little bit more about the method of input than passive, which is a little bit more about the method of processing once you have input that information. Active studying style would be something that is a lot more multi-sensorial. You have to hear it, you have to see it, you have to say it yourself, you have to question the content, and you have to interact with the content. As opposed to this, passive is more, if you hear it and you read it, you can process it and determine its relationship to already known information that you have in your mind. Some techniques to use if you are more of an active learner would be as frequent as possible study sessions that are about 60 to 90 minutes long and that incorporate some type of interactive learning. And that preferably that would be in a group setting, because it is much more difficult to get multi-sensorial stimulation by yourself than it is in a group of people. So the way that you would go about this is find a group if you can and try to figure out ways of presenting the information in discussion format or in a simulated format. So that would be something that includes hands-on practice or case studies or even role-playing with your peers. So 60 to 90 minutes long, frequent as possible, group preferred, and that includes simulation, role-playing, hands-on practice, and discussions. So that would be if you're active. For passive, you would want to do study sessions that are about 2 to 3 hours long, so a little bit longer, but a little bit less frequent. So that would be about 3 to 5 times per week. Focus on large pieces of material and breaking them down and trying to incorporate or figure out their relationship to each other. Periodical group study would be useful, and the main way that you would be learning and studying would be through lectures, briefings, observations, handouts, reading the texts, and writing notes. This could also include, as you're reading through text and as you're listening to lectures, writing down notes and then recording yourself reading those notes and then listening to that later on. So while you're driving or while you're jogging or while you're laying there in bed trying to fall asleep. So that's a little bit more passive. So that's 2 to 3 hours long, 3 to 5 times per week, and through the formats such as lecture, briefing, observation, handouts, text, and notes, as well as recording yourself and listening to that again later. It's important to kind of mess with these ways of studying, figuring out which ones kind of work better for you or which ones you prefer, because an awareness of your study style in combination with a well-conceived plan for studying, this is a very powerful tool that can help you improve your test scores for sure and improve your retention, which is the main goal, so you can actually be a good practitioner.